And coming back to the race, thankfully the game didn't kick me as much as last weekend, and already with little laps remaining on this one. Cucumber leads 7 seconds ahead of Standing Crib. Equasar holding with the DRS of Standing Crib as well, so that is gaining Equasar a second place finish today. And well, 11 drivers remaining on this race, 5 DNFs. Arieta also decided to retire in the pit lane. Joseph having a little problem there. And Teos is off and he's coming in the pit lane. Yeah, he picked up damage? I'm not sure. Oh, he DNFs as well. Oh, and Equasar has lost the arrest with Standing Crib. And I think Quickly will retake it, or maybe not. I think he can do it. And Tisao has left the session. Not sure if he simply gave up or what, but well, he has an invite, so he should be able to rejoin this race with the invite, so we'll see if he will do or not, or if he maybe just disconnected, or can he find a way to join back this session, or if he did it on purpose. And Equasar once again closing a lot to Standing Crib. Well, South AI coming in the pit lane, so I guess he got wing damage or something. No, actually didn't, I think, but for some reason AI is in the pit lane. Jan is now fighting Wesley for P5 of the race. I think that's the most he can try and get today. But today, definitely Alfa Romeo is going to be taking the more points from Ferrari. So I think Schumacher has the fastest lap, plus Janne would be 45 points against Ferrari, who has 30 points, so would be increasing the gap by 15 points, would be a total of 19-point gap between Alfa and Ferrari. If Janne of course can get Wesley, then it will be a 20-point gap between both teams, which still is a really short gap, I have to say. So yeah, the battle, at least for constructors, will be on into the end of the season. Here comes Janne at the back of Wesley. This shouldn't be a hard move due to the difference of tires, the different compound. Also, Janne has the fresher tires. This should be a move done against Wesley. ERS conditions are similar for both. There goes Yanni, easy move. Wesley doesn't even defend against it. And yeah, 20-point gap now between Alpha and Ferrari in the championship, the Constructors' Championship. And now the question is, can Yanni get Joseph maybe in the remaining 4 laps? If that's the case, then that would turn around things even more. Yanni needs to try and go for Joseph. Joseph will need to defend as hard as possible against Yanni if he managed to catch, because these are the direct rivals for the Constructors' Championship. Slippery Cucumber leads 12 seconds ahead of Standing Crib. Equasar comes at the back of Standing Crib. I don't think he's even trying to attack. He knows he will get that second place. Oh, and picks another penalty that actually can cost him the place against Joseph. Yeah, that actually can cost him the place against Joseph. Even Yanni could get the podium if he managed to catch Joseph. Actually, Joseph is saving a lot of energy, which he can use to defend against Yanni if needed. This final lap of the race are gonna get really interesting. Yanni, as usual in the straights, is really quick. Should be closing that gap to Joseph here. Joseph will have to defend for 3 laps against the Alpha driver. This is gonna be an exciting battle for Constructors. I think, I'm not sure if Yanni might have got a warning for that there. But Joseph with a lot of battery. I wonder when he is thinking about deploying it. I think he should do now to avoid Yanni getting the arrestment with him. It's really close. He needs to survive at least by this straight, so Yanni can't close that much into the next one, but I think it's too late now. Yanni will be closing. He'll be having the DRS now, but Joseph in the straight line will have that DRS advantage here against Yanni. We'll need to survive 5 more DRS zones in the rest of this race. And also use the advantage that he has the better DRS conditions. Now Joseph is losing against Standing Crib as well. He's lost too much time against him. Standing Crib is 6.1 I think ahead of Joseph, so that means Joseph is still not gaining the podium here. Yanni doing his best to close it up on Joseph, but Joseph once again, and not even deploying the CRS, managed to stay ahead of Yanni. Yeah, that's the problem when you have almost no battery in Yanni's case, but I think Yanni can maybe try and find out another way to get past Joseph. This is an interesting battle for the championship directly for Constructors between Joseph and Yanni. Yanni breaks really late and gets really close to the back of Joseph. This might be where the move gets done, but Joseph, of course, that's a lot of ERS to deploy there and try to hold Yanni behind. Joseph is taking the defensive line, has to use a lot of ERS. Yanni will try and send it there, but not enough room to do it. He's trying to get it done by the outside there. Yanni definitely showing much better pace than Joseph. But can Joseph now defend against one of the hardest racers, if not the hardest racer of all in IOR? Joseph at the moment doing a really good job, and still with a lot of battery to defend against Yanni. Needs to get a good exit here, so he will be able to get at least a decent gap against Yanni. Coming into the next DRS zone, he needs to survive for the final lap of the race. Joseph battling here, not for a podium, but for a finish ahead of the direct rival in Constructors battle. Slippery Cucumber leads comfortably. He's going to win this by around 15 seconds. Not as a big win as last weekend in Canada, but still a very big margin from Slippery Cucumber and Equasar, who will be finishing this race in second. due to standing creep's penalty. And the final lap of the race, and this is what we really gotta watch, the battle between Joseph and Janne is gonna be really important now. But I think Joseph might have everything under control at this point, unless Janne can try and play some interesting trick to get him done, the move done on him. But I think he didn't get the better exit out of the corner. Joseph deploying all of his ERS now. I think he doesn't need to save any more ERS at this point. Joseph holding that place, holding that 4th place of the race. Now he just gotta survive the coming into Cobb's corner, and then coming into the final DRS zone. That's all Joseph's job by now, and it seems that he will manage to get it done. Meanwhile, we gotta go with the leader of Slippery Cucumber, who is gonna come once again to take a 5th win out of 6, which is crazy from this man who is coming now. Gotta come in the line and will take the win of the British Grand Prix. But we gotta go with the battle between Janne and Joseph. Actually, Janne is getting the move done there down the inside. Is gonna break too wider, and actually Joseph at the end couldn't do anything against Janne. Janne takes the place, and that will definitely move things there in the battle for constructors. Episode takes 2nd of the race. Standing Group takes 3rd. Janne really close to getting the place against Standing Group, but at the end got Joseph in the final lap. Joseph finishes P5. This is not exactly good news for the Ferrari team. And Mash will come and will be the last driver to complete this race because Hisao is off, is disconnected. Mash comes, Black Bala comes in the line, sorry, to take P8 of the race. And Mash will be the last finisher today. Very far behind, but I have to give a lot of credit that even due to the incident he had in the first laps, he never quit it. He kept going to the line and will come home and take P9 today. But it's another impressive win there by Slippery Cucumber. How is Henrietta driver of the day? He's DNF. So now we will go with the Canadian national anthem for the 5th time this season. That's, as I said, 5 wins out of 6. So let's go for it. So that's the Canadian national anthem and the Switzerland national anthem for Alfa Romeo team. So we're gonna go with the post-race interviews. So have Slippery Cucumber, Standing Crib, and Equasar here, the 3 drivers in the podium. I think after a long time we do have the 3 drivers in the podium on the post-race interviews. So let's get started. First of all, let's go with our race winner, Slippery Cucumber. So what can I say? Once again, congratulations on a mega drive. You did give us a really good show at the start in that battle against Standing Crib. And well, we took that lead of the race in lap 9, and then, well, no one could stop you. So first question I want to ask is, what happened in lap 1, in the start of the race? I saw you got a comfortable start, you cleared everyone, but then at the point I saw that you had got overtaken by Standing Crib. So did you make a mistake? Did he maybe caught you a bit sleeping there, or maybe had a better straight line speed, or what happened there?
I had a good start. Like initially, like I cleared the Williams, but then going up, I kind of screwed up the slow right left, and I saw he was close to me, and I saw he was using his ERS, so I was okay with him overtaking. I knew I would be able to stay with him, just kind of maybe see how his pace was. But yeah, it was no biggie. I mean, I was cool with him overtaking. I mean, I wasn't gonna let 2, 3 cars, but I'll let one car. I mean, it's only the start of the race, so I was just kind of seeing how it went. And as the laps went on, I saw he was a bit slower than me, so I was trying to make a move. But he had good defense, so it took me a bit.
Well, now another question I gotta ask is maybe your strategy was making him deploy his battery when trying to defend, and you could save your ERS like you did, and then when he had lower ERS you would attack and then pull away. Was that maybe part of the plan?
Yeah, pretty much. I was hoping as the laps went on, he just kept deploying the ERS, but it seemed like he always had a good amount down the straights. So I kind of made a decision. I just have to use all of it to get past him because I think it's just going to be the same thing, going side by side at the end of the straight and, you know, just kind of dancing a little bit. So I just kind of made the decision just to blow by him.
And well, maybe was there also some kind of team play with Yane as well, he was really close I think in P3. Maybe you could also try to make Standing Grip lose a bit of time so maybe Yane could catch and try to overtake him as well. Was that maybe, did that go through your mind at that point, or you weren't thinking about it?
I wanted to keep. I really wanted to win too. There was times where Yane dropped out of the DRS when I was behind Standing Crib, and I just kind of let off the gas a little bit so he can get back in it. But when I overtook Standing Crib, I was really hoping Johnny could get past quick. But I saw they had a bit of an incident, so I was kind of annoyed. But if Johnny did end up getting past, I'd try to slow down a little bit, try to get him in the DRS and try to pull him along because Johnny had a good pace. He was really fast this race.
Yeah, actually what got really surprised by his quali lap, even like defeating very quick drivers like Standing Crib and Thales in one lap qualifying. Something that I really wasn't expecting to. And well, I gotta say also that with this result, you increase the gap in the constructors against Ferrari. I think the gap now should be around 25 points. So I think it's really good because before it was 4 points, so anything could happen. But on this race, I think you were much ahead of both Ferrari drivers. So what can you say ahead of the constructors battle, which it seems really close and that will probably carry on into the next rounds as well?
Yeah, where's the next race?
The next race is at France.
Okay, France. Yeah, I mean, I think Ali John, he's a good teammate. He's smart, and he has good pace. I mean, if he can show up a bit more, I think we can definitely build out the lead. But 25 points is a good cushion. France should be a good one too. It's flowing fast. I think John A should be pretty quick there.
So well, for the moment, I think those are all my questions. I pretty gotta say that after you overtook Standing Crib, you literally flew away and no one could catch you. So not much. I think we didn't go on board with you many times apart from when you crossed the finish line. So yeah, typical Max Verstappen stuff going on with you, Slippery Cucumber, this season. So well, congratulations for that. Definitely, I gotta say that this season you're on a totally different level. I mean, you've been dominant before, but what you're doing this season is literally crazy.
Thank you, thank you.
So well, I gotta go now with the man in second, Equasar, and well, first of all, I gotta say big congrats for that maiden podium on this season. And I also think I gotta say that I read your comment in the YouTube stream saying that you didn't have the pace for this, and at the end you end up getting P2 just behind Slippery Cucumber. So well, I think you definitely did have some pace saved there after qualifying. What can you say about it? What can you say about the start of the race? I see some carnage going ahead of you, so, and also that you got a really good start. I think gained like 4 places in the start. So do you think you were really cautious there on the start of the race? You got the right spot to go at every point and manage those overtakes on that first lap? So now about talking about the pace, so you found out at the end that you had the pace to actually stick into the DRS range, and you kept it that way with the guys ahead. So also you saw a lot of battling going ahead of you, especially in the final corner between Standing Crib and Iane, and that gained you the place also on the Williams due to him being slowed down by the both drivers fighting ahead. So what can you say about all that battle in that DRS train? The battle I think got really hard at some point, and well, you came ahead of it. Also some mistakes. I think the pit stop also, you got it pretty well done. You pitted at the precise moment. You didn't got undercut by Joseph, and well, at the end you could stick to Standing Group's DRS. So talk us a bit about all that stuff. Well, you did a really good race at the end, and well, from P10 to P2, it's I think you could definitely be my driver of the day for today's race. So, well, that's my final question at the moment for you. So, and congratulations once again for the podium. Now I'm gonna move with Standing Crib, and well, I gotta say congratulations on that podium once again. I think it's your third of the season, but I think once again you're about to have nightmares with Slippery Cucumber. Every time you're leading, he is right behind you, and well, I think it's become kind of a nightmare for you at this point. But I gotta say also really good start from you on lap 1, getting I think 5 places or 4 places, and well then trying to keep Slippery Cucumber for around 9 laps till he got the move done. So maybe do you think you had some plan maybe to try and hold him a bit more, or do you think he was gonna get you anyway, or do you think you could have done something else?
Well, at the start of quali, I wasn't quite sure what was gonna happen. I only had done 2 laps beforehand, and had not didn't have a really good setup for this. So P5 I was really happy with, and then the start was just insane for me. And then I got past Slippery and I didn't have a plan. I just thought to myself, like, I'm gonna give it everything. I need to win this if I want to get a chance at least. And well, for 9 laps it worked, but then the tires just went away from me, and yeah, made some mistakes, and yeah, then it was done at lap 9 or 10, I think.
Well, after that you had also a really hard battle against Stan Ross, or Iane as we know him, the other Alfa Romeo in that final corner. I think you made a bit of contact there, and that also cost you like 3 seconds I think against Slippery Cucumber, and also made the guys behind close the gap on you. So what do you think about that move? Do you think he maybe was a bit aggressive? Do you think maybe you could have left a bit more room there, or do you think it's just a racing incident?
From my perspective, it was just a racing incident. We were both a bit greedy. He wanted to stick his nose in where he was not alongside enough, but I just cut him off. So it was a bit fault from both of us, but luckily no damage done, only a few seconds lost, and eventually I don't think it mattered from my side at least.
Well, and after that, I gotta talk about the pit lane entry and exit, which now I know by Equosur that you had a slide after coming out of the pit lane. So, was that just due to the cold tires, or maybe you made some kind of mistake? Maybe tried to push a bit more than necessary, or what can you say about it?
Well, yeah, it was just I was looking behind me, and then I have full throttle, and just when I heard the clicking noise of getting the release button, I just went full gas and lost it, and took a little bit of damage. My whole right wing was a little bit lime green for the rest of the race, which cost me around, I think, 2/10 a lap. So that really hurt me the rest of the race. But yeah, was just a little mistake because of the cold tires, and yeah, not really focusing.
So, do you think at the end P3 was the most you could have got maybe after that wing damage, or do you think maybe you could have done something to avoid the penalties, or do you think Equosar would have maybe got you in any case if you slow down to maybe trying not to get those warnings and uh, yeah, get those 6 seconds of penalties? Do you think you could have done something to get P2 today?
Yeah, I could have done something. I was just not in the rhythm this race. It wasn't my yeah, whole race weekend was just a little bit of yeah. It wasn't good this race weekend. No pace from my side at least, and just mistakes all around. So P2 was on the boards, but a couple of mistakes cost me.
Well, but once again, I gotta say congratulations on the podium. As I said, I think it's the third of the season from your side. And well, now gonna talk about next weekend race at France. We come into the third race of this second part of the season before the second and last break. So France, it's an easy track to cut corners. I think it's also a bit of a tricky track as well, and yeah, aggressive, maybe not that easy to overtake. So what can you say about France? That's a question for the three of you. Well, of course, I don't know if Equasar and Standing Creep will race, but hopefully you will. But in any case, I'll ask you about what do you think about France? Do you think it's a good track for you? You think it's maybe not that good, or you simply don't like it at all? That's the question for the three of you.
Who first? Alright. Yeah, for me France is a great track, I think. I love it, but I'm probably not there. I'm gonna look if I can be there, but that's a question. Yeah, if I will be there, I will be on the pace again, and hopefully a challenge for Slippery that race.
I don't mind France. It's a good track. Haven't driven it in a bit.
I'm gonna win anyway.
You never know. You never know. It's a tough one. You got to use the curb, so you know. I don't know. I feel like it's not too hard to stay with people on France, though. You know, DRS is super important. So once you're in the DRS, it's hard to get them out. So all depend on the start. See if we get a good start down to turn 1 or not.
Well, then I think that's all my questions for today. So thank you all for your time, and it's nice to finally have after a long time, I think the top 3 in the interviews. So congratulations to the 3 of you. You all did a really good race and made it really entertaining there at the front. So, well, congrats once again.
Thank you, thank you.